Assuming, let's see, who do we have? We have Godfrey Bouillon. We have Yun Sin, Daniel Morgan, Cyrus, Shaka, and Rodrigo.
Shaka Zulu,
He's my medic.
not
Believe
what
it
I
or
would
not.
have figured for him, but you know.
I mean, if I recall correctly, I did not choose it for Shaka. It's just, that's what it gave him. I was like, alright.
Let me get you all set on the chat.
I needed more medics at the time, so why not?
We do what we gotta do.
Do what you want to do.
Alright. Should be good.
Ooh. That's encouraging.
So are you.
Alright, so we are back.
From outer
Woo,
space.
woo, hoo. What's going on there, fellas?
Oh, I need to turn off
Anyway.
the PlayStation. 1 second. I'm gonna pull this down briefly to turn off the PlayStation.
Gotcha. Alright, so we are back in XCOM, and we have been asked by the chairman to take out someone who has apparently shall remain nameless until we can get over there.
Take out the dog, brother.
Dog. So, first things first, we're going to get him. Get our sniper up top, because, well, that just makes sense.
Fine.
Come on, Admiral, you got a lot to live up to.
Take out the dog, Jimmy.
Yes, mother. I'm doing alright, Volpa.
We're a walk.
It was a scary boo. Ah. Noted. I never would have guessed. But since it was a scary boo. Ah!
So it was.
Well, Daniel thought it was funny.
I thought it was fun.
But yes, we are doing just fine as we are about to take out.
The dog, Jimmy.
Not the dog. We are about to take out a traitor.
Wait, he's a heretic?
You know what? Yes. And Cyrus has been given the assassin's weapon since she doesn't have any need of them anymore. Alright, let's have you get right here.
On the way!
Still nothing. Still no one trying to stop us. Alright, good. Does me or does being in chat have a 75% accuracy to hit his engagement? Early on, I think it does. Definitely. Kind of hard. I honestly don't know the science behind it, so I don't want to try and say, oh yeah, you're right, or oh yeah, you're wrong, because I don't know how this works.
Yes.
Alright, Godfrey, get moving. Let's see what we can do. Alright. Admiral, get over here. It's a good position for you. See what you can see. Alright. Oh, 2 of those things? Ah, that's awful.
That's just off.
Alright. Okay, Danny boy. I want you over here.
We're almost there.
Alright, I need you moving up a bit.
Let's ride.
I'd hack it, but Shaka's not exactly a expert hacker yet. I know, surprise.
Face.
You don't have to yell at me. Thunk. I'm here. Oh, what did I miss? We just started, so you're doing all right.
Hacks. I call hacks.
Yeah, I wish I could call hacks, but unfortunately, newbie specialists aren't that great at hacking. Once they get like up to like major and colonel, they do it much better. But just from the start, no, they are awful at hacking.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be great if you got a hacker in your squad and you're like, all right, hack that device. I can't do that. But I thought you were a hacker. Well, yeah, use that to just get Pokemon you can't get from other regions.
Yeah, his hacking is very specific to one kind of thing. I enjoyed Raven's video on how to build Madeleine de Fay. I'll try to make her. I have my eye on a fox head symbol at rep 10 level 2.
Alright.
Just
I see
stay
any
in cover for
crimson,
now.
I'm taking a shot.
That's right. Get closer, because I want all of you dead.
Oh. Dead.
Alright, let's see. 100 on you, 100 on you, 100 on you. I'm going to have you shoot that one because I need those things to die yesterday.
Your enemies.
Rooftop Korean power, activate! Outstanding, soldier. I enjoyed this video on Virtuoso lore. Yeah, Virtuoso has been quite a gift to the channel, I will say.
What was that?
They were saying they liked your video on Virtuoso's lore.
Ah, which one?
I'm assuming the one where you're criticizing it.
Whenever a new hero comes out, it's always a boon for the channel because it means that I can talk about something and make several videos on it. Still working on the heroes of history. The problem is,
Stop me.
talking about lore and For Honor is a double-edged sword. I've learned very quickly that if I choose to talk about lore,
Oh.
That was unexpected,
it's gonna
wasn't
bite me in
it?
the ass. Y'all have no idea how much hate I've gotten over the last few days since I released that. Kind of killed my will to keep. Don't worry, I'm searching for the Dragon Balls to revive it, but
Yeah.
Didn't think they could get any uglier.
Illyrium core, we'll take that.
Take his weapon. We'll put it to better use.
Oh dear. Cyrus,
Eyes
stay in
up.
cover.
We got
Hold your
hostiles.
yeah, Virtuoso.
Target identity confirmed.
You know how it is.
Menace 1-5. Remember, we're here to capture the VIP if possible. Knock them out and bring them in.
Note it says capture or kill central. Notice that. That is an important distinction I want you to know.
Well, anyway,
Now you've done it.
never understand why.
Never understand it? I think the lore.
Back and hate. Because I've had people say that. Like, they said, why do you get hate? I'm like,
That's a great question.
hope it was worth your life.
Let's see. You can't spread out too far. That's not good.
Imagine hating on someone over the lore of a video game in the most polite way possible.
Recibido.
Well, G-Dog, it's a good question. But here's the reality. What you have just said highlights a small degree of it. And I'm not criticizing you, I'm just pointing out that you kind of touched on it. Let me explain. There are three kinds of people out there. There are the people who don't care about the lore at all. Like, if you release a lore video on the game that they like, they're not going to pay attention to it because it's not what they care about. These are the people who won't even comment on my video because they just don't care. Then you have the people who really like what I have to say, like the lore of the video, and say, hey, you know what, you make some good points, something I didn't think about, or you know what, I agree with you wholeheartedly. Then you have people who love the character and like the lore, but because they love the character more than they like the lore, if someone criticizes the character for their lore, well, they've got to rush to defend their character, so then they come to hate on the person who called out the lore of their character. See, they can't go, hey, look, man, I disagree with you on the lore because blank. Because they know after listening to me, oh shoot, he made some good points, but I still love the character, so I need to attack you and discredit you by saying, look, no one cares. No one cares about funny sword game lore. And here's what I always say to those people.
That.
Of course you care. Like, I had this happen just today. Just today, someone wrote a little comment on my video. Who cares? In all caps. And I said, well, you do. See, a man who does not care about something ignores the something. You saw the video, or maybe you didn't even see the video, you just saw the thumbnail, and felt the need to click on the video and type a comment of who cares. You clearly care, which tells me you either really like the character and want to defend them no matter what, or two, you're one of my regular haters, in which case, thanks for boosting the algorithm. You played yourself.
Yeah.
I did question what you said with the Knights getting a bad rep when the Queen Gladiator skin came out. Well, I'll explain, St. Trina. I will explain what I mean. Do you mind if I
What?
Because this is your stream. I don't want to.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Okay. So, Centrina, I'll explain. We come closer to the mic so it doesn't sound like I'm talking from the bathroom.
Hostile fire.
Okay, so here's essentially what's going down. I have nothing against having villains in the Knight faction. That's not a problem to me. The issue is, every time they release a Knight hero skin, it feels like, that Knight hero skin has to be evil or villainous in some capacity. Now, Queen Calliope, the gladiator, didn't seem villainous to me, but she also didn't seem relevant to me. And what I mean by that is this. We know nothing about her. Most of her background is very vague, and I have a very good suspicion she's not going to matter at all in the lore to come. Much like many of the Knight Hero skins lore that has come up. Because if you think about it, think about all the Knight Hero skins. Ramiel, the first warden, an ancient legend about a warden that may or may not have existed who supposedly worked with the dragons to protect Ashfeld.
Piece of work.
Okay, we don't know if he existed, but he could be a good guy. But then you get Ravier. She was a bad, evil Blackbriar who destroyed Arabia to steal a thing. Then you got Conquistador Velo, a warmonger who served Orcos and attacked Mesoamerica to do pretty much the same thing as what Ravier did. Then you got a couple of licensed hero skins like Ezio and the Destiny ones. We won't really talk about those. Then we got the Unsung Knight, who, again, a person of legend, supposedly a good woman who wanted to protect Ashfeld at the beginnings of the Cataclysm. Once again, our two good Knight hero skins are figures of legend, not actual knights who have relevance on the modern lore. Then you get Queen Calliope, who we don't know where she's from. She could be from Ashfeld, she could not be. We only know that she was formerly a queen of an all-woman group, but they got destroyed by Hatun, captured by the Hatun, and she was put into a gladiatorial arena and paired up with Astria. That's all we know. We don't know what her necessary goals are. We don't know whether she aligns with good or evil. We don't know what she's aiming to do. But we know that she exists, and that's pretty much the extent of it. And then you have, most recently, this lore that has been brought to us from the Virtuosa about how knights are bad and evil and hypocritical. Now, here's where I have the hang-up. If you want to make the argument, yeah, but knights did bad things in history, yes, they did. But they also did good things in history. That's the idea of a moral spectrum, a moral binary. There are people who do good, and people do evil. That's how it works. Every person in the world has done some things good and some things bad. So, if we want to play this logically, realistically, and historically, there have to be some modern knights who do good. It would be nice to see them. But, okay, let's say if we play this game. You know what, Raven? We don't need to see them. We can assume they exist. Okay. But then by that logic, all the hero skins we get from the other factions should be villainous too, right? All the named characters we get should be villainous too, right? Well, that's definitely not the case. We have good Vikings. We have good samurai. In fact, most of the samurai hero skins we've gotten have been good people. I can't think of one that was villainous. The Wulin, look, let's just be happy they get anything at all. And then the Outlanders, well, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 of the Outlanders are just straight up victims. They're victims of mistreatment by the, say it with me now, evil Heathmore people. And 2 of those evil Heathmore people were knights. So it really comes down to this issue of, every time we look at the knights in the modern lore, they're doing something evil or twisted or effed up, or they're being entirely incompetent. But when you look at the other factions, they could be doing evil, but they could also be doing altruistic things, things that are meant to help out their society, things that are morally nuanced. Like, for example, we could argue, well, Maddox, Oathbreaker Maddox was a villain. You could argue his actions were villainous, but many people were arguing that he had a leg to stand on. Why? Because Oathbreaker Maddox's actions were nuanced. There was a good and bad way to look at what they did. You could understand why he made the choice he did. Compare that with Ravier. She had no need to kill the Sultana. She had no need to break the Sphere of Destiny. She had no need to run off the way she did. What she went to Arabia to do was use the sphere to find out the future of Horkos and then get out of there. She had no need to do the evil thing she did. She only did it because that's Javier. Vela. She stole all the gold from the Aztecs, stole it all away. Now, granted, you could argue, hey, you know, she was just doing what Horkos told her, but she was clearly doing it to win over the praise and approval of Astria. She didn't need to go as far as she did, but she did. Whereas with Oathbreaker Maddox, he's going off of his survival instincts, and in many ways you can understand why he chose what he did. Oh well, you know, Bullthorn did bad. He brought the plagues to Heathmore. Yeah, but again, he was also stealing the bracelet because he wanted to save Valkenheim because they were suffering so much. Again, you understand why he was doing what he was doing. So,
Here we
with
are.
all the evil hero skins of the other factions, you understand why they do what they do. There is nuance to their evil. Whereas with Javier and Vela, nah, they're just evil. They're just evil backstabbers. They're just evil people. And that comes down to my big issue. If you want to play the game of we're all bad, we're all good, fine. Then show me bad and good on all sides. You've shown me plenty of good on the Samurai. You've shown me plenty of nuance on the Vikings. Could we get some good or nuance on the Knights? And then people say the same thing. Oh, but what about the ones you dismiss? You're just dismissing the Unsung Knight and Ramiel because they just don't suit your argument. I made a clear distinction. Ramiel and the Unsung Knight have no relevance on the current lore. They're ancient figures of legend. They may not have even existed. Maddox exists. Katashi exists.
Don't let it take him.
All these figures exist. But okay, you know, let's play that game. Let's play that game. Let's say that we're counting all legendary figures. Legendary figures. Okay, Ramiel and the Unsung Knight will count as our good knight hero skins. Got it. That's still compared to several others from the other factions, and if we're including their legends too, they still outnumber. Then let's follow that up with another point that a lot of people don't like to talk about, the fact that they always love to say that knights have more characters than anyone else. And I would argue, do they? Do the knights have more characters than anyone else? Let's think about that for a second. The centurion and the gladiator come from Rome. Knights did not exist during the Roman era. While it is true that the knights we know of were founded based on Roman style, that, you know, that the Roman Empire was what led to the medieval age, you could make that argument, but no, centurions and gladiators would probably be more suited to outlanders, especially when you realize that the empire from which they come from is nowhere to be found in Ashveld that we know of. So centurion and gladiator don't really count as knights. Then you have Warmonger and Griffin, two characters who do not align with the knights at all. Griffin himself claims that he's no longer a knight, and the Warmongers serve Horkos, not Ashveld. So by that logic, you only have 5 knights, really. You only have 5 knights. Warden, Peacekeeper, Conqueror, Lawbringer, and Blackbriar. Those are your 5 knight
Might
characters.
not even slow them down.
Let's compare that to Valkenheim. You have Raider, Berserker, Valkyrie, Warlord. Highlander, he counts. He is aligned with the Vikings in every sense of the word. While they do live on isles off of Valkenheim, they are aligned to the Vikings, and the Vikings did settle in Scotland historically, so we can count them. The Shaman, I'll grant you that. She's a hard sell because the Shaman barely qualifies as human half the time, so I'm not sure I count her. So you know what? I'll take her off the list too. So far, you got 5 Vikings going for you. Then you got Jormungandr. You know what? I'll take that one off too, because what the hell is Jormungandr? Is he Viking? I don't even know. But the Varangian Guard, they count as Viking, because the Varangian Guards were Vikings historically and Norse historically, so that works. So, that's 7 Vikings, 5 Knights. Now let's look at the Samurai. Do we even need to look at the Samurai? With the exception of maybe Shinobi. Maybe. All of them are Samurai. All of them are Samurai. Now let's look at the Wulen. They currently have 5 Wulen. We're getting another one later, but currently we have 5 Wulen. And then the Outlanders, there are currently 6 Outlanders. Virtuoso could have been a knight,
Start.
but no, didn't decide to do that. Pirate could have been a Wulen, decided not to do that. Hatun probably could have counted towards the Wulen, decided not to do that. See, what I'm getting at here is this. Despite everyone saying, oh, the Knights don't need any love or support, they've already got everything. They've got the most characters. They've got the most good hero skins. They've got the most love. And I'm like, no. Here's my point in its entirety.
Good.
The Knights need some more love in the lore department. The Knights have been, and here's the reason why. I think it all comes down to the fact that Ariel Lupi made this point in a comment to me. She said, I think that the developers go in the direction the community wants.
The second guy would have ducked.
Fine. I understand that. If that's the case, though, the community seems very much anti-Knight. And the reason I think that is threefold. Number one, because the Knights got a large amount of heroes very quickly. And a lot of people got very upset that in the same year we got 2 Knights in a row, Warmonger and Griffin. So a lot of people probably got very upset by that. Number two, the Knights did have some of the strongest characters in the game for a while. Peacekeeper started out as the strongest character in the original meta. She was almost unstoppable. Gladiator and Centurion were also very hard to beat. And then 3, the Knights objectively have really good drip for the most part. So the Knights are looking the coolest, they were some of the strongest for a long time, and they got heroes faster than everyone else. So a lot of people held a special resentment for the Knights. And so because the community was so anti-Knight for a while, I think the developers said, okay, well, let's piss on the Knights a little bit. And you know what? Fair crop. You want to piss on the Knights a little bit? You can do a little bit of that. I can understand a little bit of that. But after a while, I do expect you to remind us, hey, you know, the Knights aren't assholes. Especially after I went through the process of talking about each of the factions in their videos. And they told me, they read my script, where we talked about they believe in order and protecting the innocent. They believe in upstanding justice and law and order so that they never fall to chaos again. Now, of course, different groups in the Knights can interpret order differently. In a twisted sense, you could argue that Orcos is knightly because their sense of order is all about the strong ruling over the weak. That could be their sense of order. I think that's a weak explanation, but it's an explanation that you could count.
Ubicación confirmada.
But it makes no sense to me that all Knights all the time need to be portrayed as evil. And I know, here comes the next part, a lot of people say, well, Raven, we don't care. We don't mind. Fine. Then don't mind. Don't have a care. Enjoy it for what it is. I have no problem with that. But what shocks me is these people who don't care like to go to my comment section to tell me how wrong I am, and how stupid I am, and how much I care about something that doesn't really matter, how lore has never mattered in this game. I've had people say, dude, the only time I care about the lore is when I'm getting ganked 4 ways and I know I'm going to lose, so the only thing I can do is think about how bad the lore is. And I'm like, okay, fine. You don't like the lore. What are you doing here? Why are you commenting? Why are you telling me this? I don't need to know. I didn't ask you to tell me. If you don't like it, if you think that my video's bad or you just don't care about the topic, just say, hey man, I disagree, and go your own way. I won't care. I might ask you to explain why you disagree, but that's the most I'll do. But if you insult me, don't act vindictive when I shoot back. That's what gets me. They'll fire away at me and insult me, then act shocked when I snap back at them and go, wow, you're such a, wow, that's the sign of a childish person that you have to insult me. Dude, you threw the first stone. Don't be surprised when I shit in your direction. It's like my brother likes to say, you took a shit on my lawn and then acted surprised when I threw it back at you. You don't get to shit on my front door and then act shocked when I get mad about it.
Explorando.
So the hate that I get, and I was actually asked this by a friend of mine, why do I get so much hate when it seems like other content creators don't? Don't get me wrong, they do. Other content creators get hate too. But I'm a special case for this reason. Many content creators don't do what I do. I do analytics on lore, storytelling, narrative, history, and realism. These are things that a lot of people, even if they don't care about, can't argue. So for example, Lawbringer is a favorite character for a lot of people. So if I look at one of his executions and say this execution is terrible and it lowers his score and his execution's rating, well, they can't argue with me because I'm not grading it based on how cool the character is. So they come after me and hate on me because, well, we can't disagree with you in your grading, so we'll come after you for being an idiot. If I go into the history of a character and talk about how the historical connections don't tie to the character itself. Yeah, but we like the character, so you must be stupid.
This is useless.
And if we're wrong, well then no one cares about it. It really comes down to that. If I'm wrong, then no one cares about what you're saying. If I'm right, then you're an idiot. Either way, I have license to hate you. I got into this long comment argument, and Lark was there for it. He saw the whole thing of this guy who was such an asinine moron. Like, I've dealt with idiots. This guy took the cake. You remember this, Lark?
Yeah.
And the hate he was spitting, and he always hid behind, I'm not insulting you, I'm not insulting you directly. You can insult without saying you're stupid. And he knew he was. But what was so shocking was the dipshit could not recognize that he was in the wrong. He was acting like an asshole.
Need a bigger caliber.
And then when I backed out, he was the one calling me childish. But the funniest part of all is the guy in the comment section who was agreeing with him eventually told him, yeah, dude, I think you went too far. How sad is it when I back out and you're the one running your victory lap, but even your own allies are saying, dude, you're an asshole.
Enemigo eliminado. Poca munición.
Right. Anyway, when it comes to the Knights, I'll admit it's a bit of a bias. I come from Knights in my ancestry and Larks, like we both have Knights in our blood. I think I've always looked up to the Knight ideal. I'm aware that Knights didn't all meet that aesthetic or ideal. I'm aware that not all Knights were good. Because you gotta realize something. Knights were, at the end of the day, warriors. Soldiers. And what is a warrior supposed to do but fight and kill in war? So by that very definition, a knight has to engage in a practice that many of us would find distasteful. So, with that on the table and recognizing that reality,
Let's get rolling.
of course there are going to be plenty of knights who do reprehensible, horrible things, and even if they don't do it consciously, they take part in it. We have to recognize that. We have to wrestle with that. We have to understand it. We are not talking about saints and lovers here. We're not talking about, Mother Teresa out here. We're not talking about Martin Luther King Jr. We're talking about warriors. So they're going to do bad things. Because war, as we can all agree, is an ugly affair. So, how then do we understand the Knights from a moral perspective? Well, the same way you understand any warrior from a moral perspective. You look to their ideals and why they went to war. Why are they going to war? Why are they going to fight? What are they fighting for? What are their ideals and mantras? What is it they stand for?
Friendly dropship.
If you look at the Knights Templar, they were formed specifically to protect pilgrims making their way to and from the Holy Land, and to protect the Holy Land sites themselves. Now, this was their mandate and what they started on. Did the Knights Templar always follow this mandate? No. Particularly as you go further into their history and they gain more and more power and influence, they definitely wavered from that, becoming more bankers and regional powers than they were actual protectors. I agree with that. But in the days of the Crusades, particularly the First and Second and Third Crusades, they were warriors with a mantra and mandate to protect.
Loyal citizens
doesn't mean they all did it. Doesn't mean all believed in it. And it doesn't mean it was always pretty. But that's what they did. And in the same way, I would say the same thing about Vikings, samurai, even the Muslim Caliphate. They were warriors too. Now, did they always fight for the right reasons? No. Did the Knights always fight for the right reasons? No. But it's called presentism, when you judge the events of the past based on the standards of the present. And I refuse to fall into that because that's the greatest sin you can commit as a historian. To judge the past based on the standards of the present. You can't do that. So when I had this debate with the guy, and he was saying, you can't call out the Vikings without also calling out the Knights. Let's talk about the difference. What did Vikings do? And he tried to pull this, you're conflating Vikings and Norse people. F off. You know what I mean, and you're playing semantics. What did Vikings do? They raided easily accessible and lightly defended territories. They liked to pick locations that were lightly defended, raid them, steal treasures, valuables, land, slaves, and women. They killed who got in their way. They butchered and maimed many. They raped, they killed, they pillaged. It was not an act of war.
Oh, Commander.
It was an act of convenience and opportunity. That was what we called the Great Viking Era. Now, does that mean Norse soldiers are all the same? No. Does that mean that Norse soldiers didn't fight for honorable causes? Of course they did. But the act of Viking itself, because that's what it was an act, it was a thing you did, is essentially piracy. Okay, now let's look at the Crusades. What were the Crusades? A war to push back Islamic expansion into Constantinople and retake the lands that belonged to the Byzantine Empire.
We'll have to track down that
That's
Viper
what
and
it
deal
was.
with it eventually. We should also be prepared for the eventuality
It was war.
that we will encounter
Now,
the two
were
remaining
there atrocities done in the Crusades?
the ones we
Yes.
have yet to identify.
The siege of
It
Jerusalem
is likely they have a
and the
similar
siege of
means of
Antioch.
escape via
both
psionic rifts.
got
meaning
really
find
ugly,
them
and the
and-
massacres within are indefensible. Looking at it the time period,
We'll get
it
started
was
right
not
away, Peter.
uncommon
I'll send word
in the
when
medieval period
project
for
is
such things to
complete.
happen. But I'm not defending it. I'm saying this is what it was like back then. It's awful, but it was what it was like. But, two things. Number one, those sieges were long-lasting, frustrating, and it was an act of war. Whereas with the Vikings, it was an act of opportunity.
Setting course for
When you
Sector
compare the
3,
two,
Brazil.
there is clearly a better. Now, are both atrocities? There were atrocities in both, yes. But when he was asking me to compare the two, I can't deny, I think the act of Viking is more reprehensible than a bloody siege and war.
To move fast.
Because the act of Viking, you commit atrocities because you can. A bloody siege and war, you're sieging a city and it got out of hand. Then he goes on to insult various knights that I brought up who were righteous, saying, oh, well, they did this and they did that and they did this.
Our people
I
seem
was
to
tempted
work
to say,
well
who are
together,
your heroes
Commander.
in history? Because how can you have heroes based on these standards? If they did anything wrong, then we can't possibly like them. He also made a slight blunder. Now I made a blunder too, because I was pointing out that there were several situations where sieges like this happened. Like, for example, I said the second siege of Antioch by Baibars was a horrible incident that even the Muslim sources said was evil. And he came after me, he's like, you call yourself a Crusades historian, but you should know the Baibars siege was the third siege. The second siege of Antioch was actually just not too long after the first. And I'm like, you're right, you know what, I screwed that up. I messed that up. You can understand why, though. They were very close together, so I kind of get the two conflated. I can understand that. But he made a mistake, too. He claimed that the Templars were part of the sacking of Jerusalem. They were not. The Templars were forged after the First Crusade. And I tried to point that out, saying, see, we both make mistakes, man. Can you at least admit you make mistakes, too? No. He says, yeah, but the elements that formed the Templars were part of that siege. This showed me I couldn't argue with him anymore. He's not even willing to offer the olive branch that we can both be wrong. He has to be right.
Priority message coming through, Commander. Putting it on screen now.
He has to be right. He can't even offer that. You know what, man? I messed that one up too. We can both mess up. No, he has to be right. And I made a prophecy in the comment section. I said, I'm going to back off now. I'm going to leave you alone. And I laid out my reasons why. And I said, I hope you'll do the respectful thing and back off too. But you won't. You will comment again with angry and self-righteous vindictiveness. What did he do? Did he prove me wrong and say, no, I'll back off too? Or, you know what, man, we going too far with this? Nope. He threw back the exact same thing that I expected him to. So I get hate like this on the regular. If it's not on YouTube comments, it's in Discord DMs. If it's not in Discord DMs, it's in Reddit. If it's not in Reddit, it's in Tumblr stuff. If it's not in Tumblr stuff, it's somewhere I haven't seen yet. But I have gotten a lot of hate over the last few weeks, particularly as Virtuosos come out. And that's kind of why my drive to work on For Honor stuff has been fading fast. If you want to know why I've been focusing so much on the Virtuoso stuff and not doing as much other stuff, honestly, my drive to work on For Honor has been depleting itself gradually because I'm sick of the constant hate just for making analysis videos. So that is what I'm going through. That's why I didn't want to stream tonight. That's why I've been talking all this time and I shouldn't be because Lark needs to get back to his stream. So unless you need me for something else, Lark, I'm going to go to my room and just lay down for a while. So peace out, guys.
All right. Well, thanks for sharing. All right, so now you know the story with that. And so we successfully were able to knock out the traitor and bring him back. I apologize. we were able to knock him out and bring him back, kicking and screaming the whole way. And I'm sure Spark is, rearranging his internal organs with a chainsaw. But while that's going on, we also discovered the third of the alien kings, the Archon King, or whatever the heck he's called. He is the toughest and my least favorite, and the fact we didn't have anyone die with him is, well, a testament, because those boys can be nasty. But right now we're doing pretty good. We almost have our hunter's weapons researched, and once I start getting plasma weapons, I think we'll go ahead and take out the Warlock, and then that will be all the Chosen destroyed.
Hello, Commander.
See what items can I build now that I couldn't before. The Fusion Axe and the Magnetic. Yeah, right. Mana Vest, items. Yeah, nothing too crazy there. Yeah, sure. We'll build it. Not sure I'll use it,
I've had a
but we can
chance
build
to
it.
take a closer look at some of the Advent weapons recovered from the field. The alloy used in their frames.
That's great. They have special alloys. I never would have guessed the aliens would be using that. Why the Crusades are viewed as the way that they are today, I will never understand it. There's sort of a long, sort of complex view about it. So you got to understand the way the Crusades were talked about for a long time, were they in the West they were for a long time they were taught as these great heroic actions that didn't quite succeed, but they were very the Crusaders were greatly praised and were viewed as heroic. Now, in the Muslim world, if they were acknowledged at all, because a lot of the smaller ones, they're like, whatever, nothing. But they're kind of like, we beat them back, so we don't care. That was kind of how they viewed it. But then, as we started getting to the modern day, now when I say that they was like, we beat them back, keep in mind, there was a guy, I can't remember what country he was from, but he was from the Middle East, and he was talking with a French diplomat. The French diplomat was saying something snarky about history, and he said, hey, let's not forget who won the Crusades. He didn't just how dare you do that. He was like, ha ha ha, we got you. So that's how that's how it was viewed. However, then come the revisionists. A lot of people started to look into the Crusades, and with a lot more scholarly research, people started to look at it in a more secular light. With it being looked in a more secular light, people started to notice, some of the stuff the Crusaders did wasn't exactly good. Some of it was a little messed up, but it makes sense with the time. And so once again, you sort of wash away a lot of the romanticization, you're left with a bit of history. Now, most people, when they're left with that with that new bit of history, we're kind of like, all right, good, checks out. However,
Setting course for Sector
there's this sort
11,
of
West
zeal
Africa.
that people get when they realize, they weren't as good as they were originally advertised to be. Well, then they must be awful. They must be evil. They must be all this and all that. And particularly if you're somebody who doesn't like the West, doesn't like Christianity, or doesn't like Europeans, there's nothing about the Crusades you are going to like. So you are going to look at them in the most unfavorable context you possibly can. And particularly with, the modern wars in the Middle East, they're going to look back and go, yes, another war in the Middle East started by Europeans. They don't understand any of the context behind it, or really understand the religions that were involved in it. And so they just go, Crusaders must be bad guys. And so there's a lot of people that played into this for political reasons or whatnot without actually doing it in any proper context. The number of times me and Raven have actually had to tell people, but why are the Muslims viewed as innocent victims? It's a good question, because most people don't know. Most people don't know the context. Because the number of people how can you say the Crusades were justified, or at least understandable? It's like the Crusaders attacked Muslim land. How is that acceptable? And you have to go, okay, but who owned the land first? And they're like, but they owned the land for a couple centuries at that point. Didn't they miss the mark? Well, one, at the time when the Holy Land was originally taken, after the first real Islamic expansion wave, there was no European power or Christian power that was actually capable or in a position to attempt to fight back. And so You have to deal with that.
I will begin our research immediately.
So, and then they also don't understand about what was going on with the Seljuk Turks at the time. Because to them, they're just like, they just decided, we want to take the Holy Land for, I don't know, because the Pope said that we got to stop fighting each other, so we got to fight somebody, we're going to go fight them. That's the narrative they view. They don't know what happened is that the Battle of Manzikert, the Byzantines were defeated effectively and decisively by the Seljuks, and the Seljuks took over all of Anatolia, with a few exceptions. The Byzantine heartland for centuries was just gobbled, gone, histoire no more. The Byzantines were not in a good position, so Alexius Komnenos petitioned the Pope, say like, hey man, can you help us out? Now bear in mind, at this time, the Byzantines, the Greek Orthodox Church and the Catholic Church had just split. They'd been kind of doing their own thing for a while, but they had officially excommunicated each other in the 1060s. And so Pope Urban II thought this was a wonderful opportunity to try and remerge the two faiths. And so he called for the crusade, and the original intent of the crusade was not to just take land, it was to retake land and give it back to the Byzantines. And okay, but then how did the Crusader states pop up? Antioch. When they first went down to Antioch, they had this long holdout siege. It was taken forever. They finally got in. When they got in, they suddenly were counter-sieged. And so it was not looking good. A few Crusaders fled, and there was a Byzantine relief army coming, and the Crusaders that fled said, like, all is lost, all is lost. So the Byzantines like, they got wiped. All right, turn around. Then the Crusaders realized, wait, Byzantine reinforcements aren't coming. And then they won. By some miracle, they managed to beat back the princes, because the Islamic princes at the time of the First Crusade were kind of divided against each other. That was one of the reasons the Crusaders were able to get a leg up on them, aside from the fact that just heavy cavalry is that goated. And so they managed to break it out, but since the Byzantines weren't coming, it's like, all right, I guess we'll take it for ourselves. And so that's where you started to see these Crusader kingdoms start to pop out. Of course, Edessa was kind of already becoming its own thing at that point. But still. Is why they lost control of Levant the reason why the Crusades started? It wasn't the loss of the Levant, because that happened in the 7th century. It was the loss of Anatolia, basically what is modern-day Turkey, Asia Minor. Because keep in mind, that had been Roman territory for, 1,000 years. And to have that just go, keep in mind, at that point in time, that was not only the main recruitment ground of the Byzantines, that was also their breadbasket, because Egypt had been lost again in the 7th century. So if the Byzantines were going to keep going, they needed some of that land back. And so, who are they going to call? But the only people that might be willing to help out some fellow Christians, even if they do have some disagreements.
Maybe we should start training someone else to pilot the Avenger. I'm never going to get any work done if Mr. Bradford can't keep the ship steady.
Hear that, Bradford? You suck at driving. Now, anyway. Let's see. I'm aware that guardsmen can retire, be assigned to rogue trader parties to be functional mercenary marines. I think you'll look at the Chaos Marines for that too. I guess you can count going from a guardsman to a real agent as that. Oh yeah, Inquisitors will take on guardsmen if they view them as useful pretty easily. It's what they live for.
Against the Elders, we find nothing but success.
Don't jinx me.
We might take the Elders by surprise if we switch up our tactics. Maybe we should try something new.
Recruit another Reaper? Shoot, yeah, man, we'll do that. Let's get John June out there. And 2 Rangers, because if they have to exfil, having 2 people that can slash is going to be pretty useful. Alright, so where does XCOM stand in the science fiction IPs you consumed? Is it one of your favorites? Honestly, yes. However, I do have to admit, a lot of that has to do with just, like, I love the style and how it's, like, the idea of, like, you get to customize your own universe. Because look at this nonsense. Look at this. I have a bunch of historical figures and people I probably need to start working on that are all working together. I could have my friends fighting. I could just have a field day just creating characters in this engine. Combine that with mods, we're having a great time. But also I like the idea. The idea of, like, the Earth has been taken over by this shadow force. It could be aliens, you could say demons, or like Cthulhu or whatever thing, and you're leading a resistance movement to fight back, I think that's awesome. Even in the original, where you're just like, hey, aliens or some other, supernatural or extraterrestrial force is coming, and you are in charge of leading a government, a international movement to try and stop that. That's my jam. I really like that. Yep, Chesty Polar is now going to have to run at some point. Hope you're going to get a good weekend. I like y'all's videos. If it doesn't mean much. Well, hey, it means a lot that you're willing to watch our stuff. Because not everybody is.
Commander, we've located one of their facilities.
Alright, it's close to Singapore. I'll get to that eventually. I'm going to have to blow up another one of their facilities anyway. The supply rate. We're kind of okay on supplies, but I suppose you can never have too many. So let's go ahead and head over there.
For Sector 12.
I was just trying to, build the Ivory Coast new radio tower, but I guess they can wait. Alright, we got a new boy. Okay. Captain. No. There is no need for you to use such weapons. We have other weapons. Look at this. Look at it. Oh. Beautiful. I love it. That's such a cool rifle. I really do enjoy that. Alright, Black Widow's here. That's good. We already have one dude, so we already have one ranger. We don't need another. I mentioned Chesty's a grenadier. Let's bring out Chesty. I want to make sure. In fact, this isn't enough for old Chesty. We got to give him something better, something superior. Get him the war suit.
We're calling this heavy power armor the war suit. This is as tough and strong as we can make him, with plenty of power for handling heavy weapons.
Look at this man. It's beautiful. Wait, we don't have any. I could have sworn, I can make weapons available. Make utility items available. I guess I gotta make them specifically for powered armor. That's wild, though. Sorry, Zarina, I did not realize you were there. Otherwise, I would have had you. Okay, so who are we missing? We got medic. Okay, we have one of the base classes. So we can start getting... You're still doing null lance training. I want you to focus on that. Let's bring Spark out. Oh, with this new drip, we need to change hats. Ooh, we can upgrade his superior auto loader. Yeah, sure. Customize. Let's change that head. Yeah, they're gonna think twice. Alright. Those supplies are as good as ours. Alright, boy. Actually, hold on. Can we get you something better now since... Actually, that reminds me, you should probably have this. Seriously, nothing else? I don't want him to go into battle with nothing. Let's see. Blue screen rounds? No. Smoke bomb, sustaining fear. Give him a refraction field. Just in case I need him to go invisible. But alright. Gentlemen. To war. Alright. Look at this. We all like underdogs. The Resistance is taking down Skynet, the hero escaping dystopian megacity, so on and so forth. Yeah, everyone loves an underdog story. I was told this is a relatively recent change to how humanity enjoys stories. I think I remember about the 40s, people for the opposite, the Yankees winning, not the unknown new guys. Well, it kind of depends, because it's how you look at it and who you relate to. Because if you view yourself, because if you can relate more to the underdog, then you're gonna then you're going to really love that underdog story. If you're not the underdog, you've really worked hard, become an elite in your field or whatever, you might relate more to the guy that's to the other side. That's, you know, like the well-established, like we've built up a name for ourselves. That sort of thing. Like, for example, Rome was a big dog in history, but yet they have a lot of love even to this day. We love the Romans. Their military was so cool. And so, like, you see them fighting Gaul. We know that the Gauls are the underdogs, but we love the Romans. It don't matter. It's kind of one of those things. And Central, I'm talking. Could you shut up? So, basically, look at it this way. It's a lot of it's about framing. Because you guys have seen those memes where it's like the lion is eating a zebra, and it's like me watching the zebra documentary and you're crying, me watching the lion documentary and you're going, yeah! Again, a lot of it is about framing.
And Firebrand will handle the rest.
Can't believe Chesty is lugging around an Xbox One. Well, somebody has to. People seem to forget it's kind of hard for militaries to be nice to one another when the whole person being there is to kill and take territory for one person or another. Like, I'm sorry, little lie. Ah, fair enough. Fun fact, it is believed that your brother's favorite quote, "Come on, you stinking apes, you want to live forever," was spoken by Dan Daly, the son of the U.S. Pantheon. We don't actually know. I know who Dan Daly is, and I appreciate you for using the Starship Troopers version of "Come on, you apes," because it was not... however, the original quote, which Dan Daly was sort of paraphrasing, was from Frederick the Great, which was not as well received when he said it. But, you know, Dan Daly's just, he'd be built different. Let's see. What's the right call here? Could it be to send out the giant fighting robot? I think it's to send out the giant fighting robot. Alright. It's quiet. Too quiet. The American Revolution is a great underdog story. Oh yeah, you can find some great underdog stories all throughout history. If you just know where to look. You can find, but a lot of it depends on framing of the story. Because, like, for example, I've seen people that have built, made shorts on YouTube and stuff that really, make the Empire from Star Wars look good and superior to, the Rebels. Because it depends on, again, how you set up the story. It's like, what are you doing? What are you trying to tell? I thought it was like, hey, there's an enemy over there. No, it was just my mouse just deciding to go, we're going for a ride.
Yes.
Do you want to live forever? Alright. Chesty. Oh, Chesty. Get over
Let's
there.
go.
I gave him Ash Williams' voice. I think that's fitting. I'm still waiting on the Fat Electrician to do a Chesty Polar video. Because he's mentioned him, but I don't know if I don't think he's done a full video on him.
Let's do this.
Ironically, people simultaneously love Rome and Boudica, even though Boudica would probably be mildly annoyed at that. I think more than mildly. I think more than mildly. It's like, why do you like them after what they did? It's like, Roman Legion cool, I'm sorry. It's just so cool. I mean, certain things are just cool, even if it's like, I'm gonna keep it real with you. In the American Revolution, there are some British officers I think are actually really cool. My favorite one is Patrick Ferguson, because he made the world's first breech-loading rifle, and he was actually chill to the Loyalist militia under his command, which was kind of a unique concept. Because a lot of the other British noblemen that were in charge of the army were not as kind to the militia under their control. Sometimes because they were colonists, and other times because, you're militia, you're not properly trained. Because the Romans just had cooler name. It is true. Actually, but it's funny you bring up Boudica, Queen of the Iceni, because when I was in my MAT program, we all had to do give a practice lecture to our fellow students and let them basically tell us, hey, the switch did well, the switch did well.
Absolutely.
And one of them decided they wanted to talk about, women in history, and talk about, hey, how sometimes they get overlooked because we did a game where we passed a ball around, like every time you catch the ball, you have to say the name of an important male figure in history. And we went around for a little bit. And then she said, all right, but this time we're going to see how far we can go by doing famous women from history. So she threw the ball to me, and I immediately caught him. The first one was Boudica, Queen of the Iceni. And she went, what? And then every single other history guy in that room just gave sort of like this evil glare of like, oh, you think we don't know? We're going to list names you've never heard of. And so we bounced around, and afterwards she was like, all right, you guys did pretty good, but you got to admit, most high school students aren't going to be able to list off that many. It's like, you're correct, but we had to mess with you. And that was a fond memory. I hope she's doing well. I think she's still a teacher. We got a patrol over there. Chesty, see what she can.
Well, that's where I'm going.
Ooh, we got another squad over there. It's important to keep in mind. All right. Yeah, that's going to have to be taken care of sooner rather than later. Let's see. Yeah, nuke it.
Get ready to suck it hard. Are you asking me for some?
I don't know how you dodged any damage, but whatever. You're the one I care about. Oh, crap. What's one of you? I thought it was just 2 codexes. Oh, DC's bad. I was watching EU5, which is set in 1337. I thought the Ottomans are smaller. Why did the Byzantines go and stop the Ottomans when they were still small? Because the Ottomans got their start not fighting the Byzantines, being Byzantine mercenaries. Because when the Ottomans first started up, they were trying to do their own thing, and the Byzantines were like, hey, can we hire you to help fight some of our enemies in the Balkans? And the Ottomans were like, of course! We will be happy to do that. So they got a lot of experience in training, and they started to learn how the Byzantines fought, and they started to get bigger and bigger and bigger and familiar with Byzantine land, and you can sort of see where that goes from there. A Caldus assassin? Not quite as bad. If a Caldus assassin came after me, we'd be in big trouble. Archon, no, no. A Spectre. I wonder. Who can you wipe out? Go ahead and see if you can't knock him out. Good shot, good shot.
Practiced hands make for short work, and the good Lord knows there's much to be done.
Ah, we only gave him 1 damage. I was hoping to give him a little more. Yeah, get over there. At least you'll be safe. Yeah, go ahead and neutralize him. He needs to just be gone. You probably aren't going to know any of these people, but let's see if you do. Lark and Raven. That's personal. Raven was not in actually in my class. He was in the class before me. So, yeah, I kind of copied him in that. Let's give him something to think about.
Stomp, stomp, stomp.
He's having a good time. What's with the accuracy on these things? Come on. Hit it. There we go.
It's dead, as requested.
Advent has already marked a couple of crates for extraction. If
Central.
we move quickly, we may
I don't know
be
if you
able to mark
noticed
them
this,
for
but we're
ourselves
kind of in
and
the middle of
prevent
something
their
here.
airlift.
Thank goodness it's not the Archon Lord. Overwatch. Oh no. Let me guess. Gonna do the psionic bomb. He's gonna do the psionic bomb. Wait, Jess. Yes. Do it with the sword. Or are you gonna do it too? Overall, there could have been a lot
Many
worse.
skilled hunters among them, but no warriors.
I think Fat doesn't want to cover Chester because he prefers to cover more obscure or lesser known American badass war heroes, and everyone knows how Chesty is. I suppose you could say that, but at the same time, he's he's covered some people that are pretty well known. I don't know. It might be like Dan Daly is like pretty well known, so I would argue that if he's going to do that, we'll see. My hatred for machines means I can't revel in the victories of a bot. Yeah. Alright, let's see. We need to get you out of there. Yeah, let's go ahead and get you out of Overwatch. What's the matter? You don't like it? Let's grab that.
Really outdid himself, didn't he?
Nice. Always use more Lyrium cores. And that is no longer an issue.
Badge or something?
I don't know. I can work something out. Right in the giblets. Alright. Oh, we get another one? Let's shoot him out of the sky. I don't think I've ever shot one doing a blazing spions out of the sky. Oh, no, he's still kicking. Unless, drop, maybe? He's got 2 health left.
The Lord's work must be done. Did he cry?
Good work. Advent's locator is down and our transponder is active. Firebrand will handle the pickup.
Alright, let's get you out of harm's way.
Good.
I might damage the crates. Just go for it. No judgments if you miss. Oh my gosh, we got it!
Enemy personnel is down. See,
That's
guys,
our
I got this thing go
Chesty.
down.
Life-saving and
Heal up Cyrus for me, would you? Alright, all healed up and ready to go. Let's move up a bit.
On my position.
You think they would just send more reinforcements to
Advent
kill us
just
so they could
airlifted
take
out
all of
their
it, but
first crate. We're gonna have to move fast.
nobody
if we
said
wanna
Advent
get
was
the rest.
intelligent. I'm not saying I don't want a video on Chesty. My assumption is just for that reason as to why. Oh, I didn't think you didn't want one. I figured you were brother. My comment about the bot was about who also looks like a bot. Well, it is technically a bot, but it's mine.
Just one more dead alien.
Yep, Cyrus showed you which way was up. Oh, that's right. You're still a thing because you can clone.
Turn them back around.
Nice try.
Firebrand is on deck for recovery. Keep marking those crates, Menace 1-5.
Alright, okay, so there's 2 crates over there. Remember how you tried to shoot me? I took exception to that.
He's dead.
Outstanding. Alright, any other crates? Oh, you can get that one.
Just how fast do you think this unit is?
I don't know, you seem to be going pretty good speed.
Haha, yes.
Let's go ahead and get this bad boy.
Lord, make me thy instrument.
And, oh! Another squad. Well, well, well. Little cool's here. Well, he can't do anything, so... Whoops!
I'm taking the fight over there.
Can you boys shoot something? Not exactly great odds there, but I might know a way to improve them. But I can't do that without destroying both the crates. That's the problem.
Move, move, move!
For now, I just need you to move up. Give him some aid. And now he's protected. I discovered a lot of big names like Artie Murphy, White Father, White Death, War Daddy, and many others. Or the reason why he hasn't covered just is likely because he's researching or not happy. Not happy. Let's see. We'll roll the dice. Maybe we can get lucky.
Little joke.
Well, at least you stunned him. Let's just get you on Overwatch.
Come get some.
They're moving as quickly as they can to get those crates. If we want our share, we'll have to move just as fast.
Tactical analysis. They've analyzed tactically.
I survived because the fire inside burned brighter than the fire around me.
Oh, the shield bearer used the shield. Who would have thunk it?
Hold still, will ya?
Oh, well, that didn't work out for you, now did it?
Was love. God's love.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, you big weenie.
You better duck, motherfucker!
Getting a fresh clip. At your convenience, of course.
Alright. Let's see. I need you to die. Come on, baby. Ah, it's a miss.
Wait! Scratch that! Cheese for no one.
Oh, I should have used him to just teleport him over here and just zap them both, but... what are you gonna do? Kill him!
The time for talk is past. The Lord was done.
Yeah, you guys didn't need a shield.
Doing God's work.
make this even more disrespectfful. Let's see what's inside that
This
noggin of
biosample
yours.
will directly increase our freedom.
Intel. Let's go with a little intel. Go for the sure thing. Yeah, that was the right call.
Nice.
Like a sack of potatoes. Since we're doing so well over there, go ahead and make sure they don't get that.
graceful as a gazelle.
How many gazelle have you seen, buddy? Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Yes, please shoot him. The one guy that can parry.
You're not the first to have tried.
Translation, you done goofed. Hmm. 37% chance. That will not do. Let's clear it out. Make sure everybody
Bombs
can
away.
see you. Alright, now everybody has a clear line of sight. Finish the job. Or actually, no, you might not be able to kill him, but hey, at least wound him. Still pretty good.
Yes!
As nice as it would be to kill him, we're gonna volt him because I think it's funny. Unlimited. Pow! Oh wait, there's... That wasn't it? There's still more? I thought that was the last squad. Alright, move up, take the dang crates. Oh no! And another shield! You are not on my bingo list today. Alright, Cyrus.
Flush him out.
I need you to come in clutch. Alright, good damage, even though he's heavily armored.
Model 3 should get issued a nice set of armor.
It feels good to move around.
Nuke him! We'll hold off on that for just this second. Alright, move up.
Good.
Yeah, I'm not reaching that one. Yeah, she's in trouble. The chicken leg bot. Yep, sectopods. The Wraith Cannon. It shoots Wraith. Too bad XCOM doesn't have a handy 500 kilogram. Oh, most unfortunate.
My leg!
Oh, she's stunned. Ah, she recovered quick. Alright. Let me see. Start shooting. That better be a hit. Okay, good. That was considered a hit. Nice. Almost there.
Learning its use is a rite of passage.
Oh yeah. Oh, there goes your trump card, boys. It's just not a good day for you now, is it?
I'm on my way now.
Really? I can't see anybody? Okay, fine. Move up one more. So, let's go ahead and get you out of harm's way.
Affirmative.
And since I can't reach the shield there, guess I'll just have to hit you.
What about here?
I like those. Those guys. Do you have enough big things? Yeah. Yeah, we can take it down. We can take down the Sectopod, taking out the whole squad. No. Shielded no longer. Oh, you're in trouble for that one, pal. Show you how it's done. I see a Pathfinder War of the Righteous. Yeah, I haven't really played it that much. It's because, you know, after I got that, Baldur's Gate came out shortly after, and, well, that takes up a lot of my attention. Get revenge, would you?
Only good cubbies are dead cubbies.
Status confirmed. Mission accomplished. Excellent work.
I'm a little banged up, but that's okay.
Maybe we need to start selling calendars.
No. Absolutely not. Actually,
I would like to assure the citizens
For Honor
of
Legends
Arthur
calendar
that our
might be kind of cool.
peacekeepers will stop at nothing to prevent further attacks by criminal elements such as the one that occurred today. The Elders have total faith in our ability to overcome any and all threats to our peace.
Sure they do. That's why they activated the Chosen. That's why they're constantly crapping themselves. Alright. Welcome back, everyone. Rainmaker? Strike, no, we gotta go strike. Robot Punch is too awesome a move. No! I want Robot Punch! Why aren't you giving me Robot Punch? Do not take away Robot Punch! Give me... Alright, fine, I'll look at that. We called him Gunslinger? That's the name you went with? No. Alright. Strike. Yes. Robot Punch win. I thought they were going with Gunslinger, and it's Ginger. But since we were just talking about War Daddy, I think we need to give him a better nickname.
The Reapers believe in nothing and share little interest in preserving the true nature
If
of
you
our
know,
world
you
beyond
know.
what their eyes can show them. Their actions have enraged the Elders and brought fear to their minions. In that respect, they are a valued ally, as long as they remain loyal to our cause.
Right. when the Chosen go to bed at night, I check the bed for Lark. At least for Godfrey of Bouillon. Because he's had a direct hand in killing 2 of them. Aim. Yeah, steady hands. Anyone else? Chesty! Blast padding or shredder. We already got the sweet armor, so I don't think you need the extra padding. But I also would like it if you could shred armor. I feel like that, like, the destruction is what the Marine would want. Hold on, there's still something over there. You may not know him, but all of us owe him. Well, of course we don't know. You didn't say his name. I mean, I know it's Peter the Great, but does everyone else know it's Peter the Great? Right. Unfortunately, no soldier bonds ready to go. Let me see. See if I can train you up a little bit. Yeah, I kind of want my medic to be untouchable. So, hoorah! Not now. We are in the middle of building a radio tower for West Africa.
Signal's coming through clear.
All right, we've got a nice radio tower there. And we're going to build another one in the... Ooh, that's a lot. That might be a bit pricey. We may... How close are we to plasma rifle tech? Don't know. Before we do anything like that, let's go to the black market.
Avenger plotting new course.
And see what goodies we can find. Because if there's another engineer, I'm getting them.
Market is
as far as we're going to eat your heart out, Fury. Yep. See, bye. Come on, man. What is a fella gotta do? Ah. I just want an engineer. Can I make contact with New Indonesia? Nope. We're doing on Intel. We're doing good on Intel, so we're going to go ahead and make contact with New India.
Reading you loud and clear.
New regional contacts located.
Alright, we have the ability to get over to East Asia now. However, before we go any further... Actually, first, let me get this finished. And then I'll probably take out this one, just because it'll be funny to have them only at one. Alright, but in the meantime, what should I be researching or doing? Fine, I'll get a scientist.
Plotting new course.
Raven, what is your opinion on people taking science out of their religion and getting religion out of our science, like changing the calendar and stuff, like, and not believing in evolution? First of all, this is Lark, not Raven, but might need you to clarify. Do you mean like people like separating science and their religion, or people trying to like make science match their religion or religion match their science? Is that what you're referring to? All right. That has been approved. Let's go ahead and...
Interesting choice. I'll send word as soon as we're finished, Commander.
Excellent. All right, I'll be here where the dragons are calling. Going to be listening while on Skyrim. Hey, that's awesome. Love me some Skyrim. All right, so... How are we doing? Power we're doing all right on. Is there anything else I need to build? Let's see. Building a workshop there wouldn't do me any good. Our lead A, defense matrix, resistance comms. Let's go ahead and build a defense matrix.
Defense facility construction initiated.
That should only take 7 days, and after that I can have them improving grounds or doing something else useful. Alright, a few more of that.
I'm glad to see our joint effort paid off like we hoped.
Alright, we got a major...
I'm not all that happy about it, but one of my best people has decided to come join your crew after that last covert action.
Commander, I've learned that we have new opportunities to strike at the Elders, should you wish to pursue them.
Yes. We will do this.
We will begin the covert action immediately, Commander.
They're gonna have nothing again, and it's gonna be hilarious. Okay. So we have Major Claire Stalker. See. That was... Let's see, weapon upgrade. How can we improve this? Advanced stock. Yeah, you could use that. And a superior auto loader will work wonders for you. Alright. Promote. Let's see, remote start, definitely a must. Yep. Shrapnel, yeah, I want your claymores to do damage. And I want people to see. Yeah, sure, we can bring more claymores. Alright. That's good for right now, but let's see. What do we know about you? From France! Oh my. Let's see. I don't believe we have a French chick yet. Let's see. Our only Frenchie so far is Louis Capet. So... yeah, let's take a look at that head. Not bad, not bad. But I have a vision here, and I want you guys to follow a little bit with me on this. Jean? Dark. Hard luck. I wish there was one for pious, but we'll go for intense.
Where the hell am I?
Do I not... what happened to my Sister of Battle? Sister of Battle would be perfect for this.
Understood, 3-5. We're too close. Spread out. Move out.
Go, go, go!
Roger that.
Works. There's a weird question. Yeah, I do. I agree. It's a weird question, but I know it's hard to ask something like that. Sure, a template should easily Joan d'Arc. Well, I think we can make her Joan d'Arc here. British. British, what? Biography. Country of origin. France. Date of birth. Good question. Origin.
We're picking up an unsecured transmission from some clown calling himself Van Dorn. Doesn't sound like the kind of recruit we're looking for.
Whoa, I'm sorry, what was that? Were you talking smack? Didn't think you had it in you. Yeah, let's see. Going for... I think that's more what we're going for there. Now, Joan of Arc in her trial famously said that she never actually used her sword to hurt anybody. She much preferred using her banner just to rally. But considering that we're fighting heretics and, you know, basically what we would consider, you know, demons, aliens, and all that jazz, I'm thinking she's willing to, you know, help out there. I guess what I'm saying is I don't like how a lot of people seem to think that science and religion are mutually exclusive. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. No, they're not mutually exclusive. It's actually kind of funny because, like, if you look where the scientific revolution happened, like, a lot of it was the influence of, like, Christian scientists, you know, starting to look into things and starting to crack down and starting to push forward. Like Sir Ike the Fig, famously Christian. Father of genetics, Christian. Proponent of the Big Bang Theory, Christian. And it's just... sort of this idea, like, and it's also kind of interesting because, like, you'll have, like, people talk about evolution and how some Christians don't like it and haven't bought into it. And another thing, like, I don't see a problem with the theory of evolution, and they're able to, and they don't think it conflicts with their beliefs in any way. And JJ, are you doing run and gun? Yeah, you run and gun. How do you think about how they would add Joan to Arc and Ferrano? She would have to be a hero skin, I think, probably either for Warden or yeah, I think it would have to be for Warden. Problem is though that I think that's what they were kind of going for in the Unsung Warden. I think that's where a large degree of their inspiration came from, but I'd have to talk to Raven about that. That'd be his area of expertise. All right. One more day, and Daniel Morgan's got Null Lance, one of my favorite moves in the game. Sustain, Soul Seal, and Stasis. Start with Sustain. Alright, while we're waiting for Sabotage to happen. So we have Priest, Purifier, Shield Bearer, Viper, Sectopod, Elite Trooper, and Elite Lancer.
Setting course for the East African sector.
Yeah, let's bring you on. Let's see how Joan d'Arc does. Doing good. Glad to have you back. Glad to have you back. And Hattori Hanzo is... Now, this might be seen as unconventional, but... I'm going to give the ninja the axe and see what happens. Alright, we only need one sniper right now. Actually, do we have a medic? We do not. We need to fix that post-haste. Wait, do we not? Alright, Shaka Zulu's in, that's good. Something we can work with. I want to try it. So, tell you what. I have things I want to try, so we're going to bring it up. He's tired. Never mind. I didn't know he was... Seriously, you're still tired? Fine. Get out there. I wanted to show you guys what Null Lance does, but I guess I can't do that yet. Alright, so... We're looking pretty good. We're bringing a lot of ordnance. We're going to blow this place out of the water. Gentlemen, Godspeed. Love blasting aliens. Who doesn't? The closer we look at God's creation around us, the more we see his hands in the detail.
Sky
That has
Ranger
been the
deployed.
traditional philosophy.
We're in the
yes.
pipe. 5x5.
Begin the mission. He needs a nap. Okay, go take a nap and then fire the missile.
Local resistance forces tipped us to the location of an alien facility tied to the Avatar project operating out of this area. We're going in to shut it down, permanently. Approach the target and place the X4 charges at the designated position. Then move to a safe distance for detonation. If we can take out that facility, we might just buy ourselves some time.
I mean, we're still doing pretty good on time, just throwing it out there, but hey.
Menace 1-5. Target coordinates are locked in. Move to designated position and place the X4 charges.
Now, let's do this with beauty and style.
Alright. Joan, I need you to get up there.
Roger that. We're your strike team.
Alright, she didn't spot anything too crazy out of the ordinary. I want you to get to a higher degree of elevation as soon as possible.
Good, good!
Alright. Hanzo, get up there. Chesty, you're up next.
All right.
I want to ask as a Christian, but why were Christians persecuted only for Rome to end up adopting it? Okay, so that's actually an interesting story. And really, the Christian persecution of Rome depends on who's in charge at the time. Because you would have some periods where Christians were hunted down as much as possibly could, looking at you, Diocletian and Nero. But then there's other times where they would be kind of a little bit more, live and let live, Aurelian. And so it depends on who was in charge and how much they would try they would try and sort of mess with it. Because here's the thing about Christianity and also Judaism that really rubbed the Romans the wrong way at first. You see, whenever the religion of Rome was very syncretic. Basically, it liked to merge religions. One of the ways that they would, when they would conquer or integrate a new area, they would go through, sort of look through the religion and go, okay, let's look at your gods. Okay, that kind of sounds like one of our gods, so we're going to either combine them, or they would just straight up take a god from that pantheon and just adopt it into the Roman pantheon. And that's what they would do. However, they had trouble integrating Judaism because Judaism is like, okay, who's your god? Like, Adonai. Okay, Adonai is what we call him. Adonai's the name of your god. That's not his name. That's just his title because we don't want to say his name. Okay, fine. All right, let's see. We can find a place for him in the pantheon. No, he's the only god that exists. Pardon? Like, okay, fine, whatever. And so they were irritated with Judaism. But then Christianity starts spreading rapidly. And now that's a problem because Christianity also goes over the monotheistic tradition. And so that does not jive well with the other Roman cults and religion. So there's already some irritation with that. Also, the Christians do not jive with the traditional way of Roman sports. Like, the Christians were not a big fan of gladiator fights because they didn't like the idea of, people fighting to the death. They were bigger fans of chariots. They also didn't sacrifice to the gods. They didn't sacrifice to any of the Roman emperors. So a lot of the Romans could very much take offense. In fact, one of the early references we have outside of church sources about Christians is two Roman governors talking about them through messages, talking about how they don't appreciate the Roman way of living and other stuff like that. Now, here's what happens: 3rd century rolls around. The crisis of the 3rd century hits. The economy's not doing so hot, fellas. Things are kind of going under. And thank you, Raven. But so because the economy is not doing so hot, a lot of resources being pulled into whatever claimant the emperor of the week is, money's being drained up for all this. There's not as many people donating money to the original, temples as they were. However, you want to know who is throwing some money around? The Christians. They're noticing people are hungry. There's people without homes and everything. And so Christians are going out and they are helping as many people as they can because that's what they believe their faith has dictated them to do. And so when they go out and do that, a lot of people are kind of like, hey, these Christians are awful helpful. And they may not jive necessarily with the Roman way of thinking, but one, they're not hurting me, and two, I'm in a tough spot and they're helping me out. And so Christianity starts to win a lot of favor over with people. And then, while the crisis of the 3rd century is going on, Diocletian eventually comes along and he ends it. And he does not like Christianity whatsoever, and he tries to crack down on it. And he tries to get his boys, the other emperors, to crack down on it as well. However, there's one emperor that really just has no desire to, Constantine. Constantine's like, I don't see a need to. Also, my mother might be Christian, but we don't need to get into that. And so he decides not to heavily enforce the persecutions. After Diocletian retires and is no longer relevant, the persecutions kind of go away in the West where Constantine is. The Eastern Emperor is still trying to punish the Christians wherever he can find it. Oh, we got some boys over there we're going to have to deal with. But Constantine famously goes in. He's going to try and retake Rome from a false emperor, from a claimant emperor. And before the Battle of Milvian Bridge, that's when he famously has the dream where he sees Jesus. And he's like, hey, paint the Cairo on your shields and you'll be given victory. And sure enough, he wins. And so that's his like, all right, I'm converting. Now, with that being said, though, Constantine also saw the practical application of Christianity. He saw that the Roman Empire was more fractured than it ever was before. Christianity could be used as a unifying force. And so, not only was Mama a Christian, not only was he kind of like had a sort of a divine experience, he's like, this could be just what Rome needs. And so, he not only makes Christianity legal, because he eventually takes over the whole Roman Empire, he makes it so that it is the favored religion over traditional Roman paganism. And so then suddenly, like, oh, the Roman Emperor likes Christianity? We better start looking into this. And so that makes Christianity spread even faster. And because people are like, the Emperor's okay with it, and they kind of helped us out when we were in a tight spot. You know what? I say we give Christianity the old college try. And so that's kind of how they switched over to Christianity. Then there were a few holdouts. Famously, there was Julian the Apostate. He tried to resurrect the old Roman religion, tried to get rid of Christianity, which really wasn't working, and then he decided to pick a fight with the Sassanids when he really wasn't ready to pick a fight with the Sassanids. And then after he died, he was the last Roman emperor to be a pagan. Kind of wild. Alright, so let's get you up top. But good question.
Good.
Out of the way!
There's nobody really in your way, but alright. A little concerned that if I move up, that turret's going to activate, and I don't want to do that yet, so we're going to keep steady. Alright, move up a little further. See what you can see.
Copy, Whiskey 28.
Alright, we got another... We got the squad over here. We got some turrets over here. Let's go ahead and see if we can't take that out. A warlike society is stagnant.
Particularly exciting turn of events.
Got that backwards. Very, actually.
Let's go.
Chesty, finish it off. Alright, that's one turn.
And that
We
is
don't
how
gotta
you
worry
take
about
care
it.
of business.
Yes, so you could be a man of business. Maybe not just yet.
Move in.
Move up there, Shaka.
Should I double check that for you?
Yes, please. Do so. Alright. You're still concealed. Move up as far as you can. Again, just move
Need a
up.
better view.
Coming.
Overwatch engaged.
There's the pre-shield bearer and flamethrower. Why did Theodosius shut down the Olympics anyway? They were kind of seen along with pagan practices, and also they were kind of considered obscene. Remember, ancient... You again! Oh, please kill the king. Please kill the king. Yes!
Efficiency is my
King
specialty.
is down. Good work, people.
He didn't even know what hit him. It's beautiful. I love it. But yeah, the Olympics were very different because they competed naked, and so a lot of people was like, that's kind of a little out there. So they said, yeah, we're gonna stop kind of doing the Olympics there, because the Olympics back then were very much tied into like old pagan Greek traditions, and if Greece was kind of moving away from that at that point. All right. Let's see. This may not be the smartest move, but robot punch. That was not a graze. I knocked her fangs out. That was just a graze. Just a graze my ass. Ominous turn. Yeah, we accidentally assassinated the king. Finish that thing off. How do you stun a turn? There we go.
I think things are going well, considering.
Kill that one. What? They saw the melee guy? Oh, what?
Silence is a luxury, don't you think?
Hattori Hanzo with the hand axe. Let's see.
Standing by to copy, over.
I want you to stay concealed, but still kill that thing. Dang it, Joan!
That very much.
You were supposed to kill him. Move up just a smidge there, buddy. I'm not asking for much, man. Yes, Shaka, you grazed them. You sure did graze them. Also, see why it was brought back in the 19th century. Because at that point, like, they were looking into a lot of the stuff. It's kind of like a secondary renaissance, because they started looking into a lot of Egyptian architecture, Greek architecture, Roman architecture. Like, man, this stuff is really cool. I wish we could do stuff like this. And so the French decided to, it's like, you know, hey, France, why don't we try bringing them back? And they're like, you know what? Why not? And so they brought it back, was with more of the emphasis on the sports than the religious stuff around it. All right, Chesty.
Oh, great.
in case they try and do
Who
something
wants?
funky. Is this fun? I mean, I really love XCOM too. I'm a big fan of it. Really, what did they say? If I wasn't having fun with it, I wouldn't be streaming it 8 times over. Please be dead. Nope. But hey, what are you gonna do? Now, we can't have you all hiding there.
Cash.
Don't be shy. Chesty. Bring him in. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Take him out. Nice shot.
Take it. Swapping out my last mag.
I hate that I have to wait for a recharge for my robot to go punch things. But hey, you know, can't have everything.
Comply for now.
Oh, don't be coy. You love me. Kill him. Oh, he's still alive. For some reason.
How about that?
That's what I'm saying. Now, we just gotta move you up.
Yes.
I'm prepared. Don't rush things or else you'll tire out. Remember to pace your ventures properly.
See if you can't take him out. Yeet! Oh. Well, we're going to talk about this later, Hattori. Okay, there was 3 health left. Got 4 damage, so sustained. Yep, he's sustained. Are you trying to mind control the robot? Oh no, you're just putting him in stasis. So bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it works out for him. Through the rock.
Same congratulations apply.
It sounds like a Fallout Gatling laser. Yes, it does. Might be the same sound file. All right. I need you, since you are still in concealment, to get in there.
Move out.
See if there's anything else in there that goes bump in the night. Shaka Zulu, move up.
Let's go, lads.
What is this joke you speak of?
Oh, that's all right.
Yes.
Yep.
Get everybody down. Except you. I kind of want you up here.
Oh, you wouldn't like me when I'm bored.
How do you get a dog to stop? Depends on what they're doing. Sometimes you can get them to stop by shooting them. Particularly if they're rabid. But that may not have been the answer you were looking for.
Getting a new angle. Enemy sighted.
Oh, well.
Menace 1-5, you're near the target position.
I was hoping there'd be one close to him. Let's see. I could give her another turn so she could shoot it.
We can't stay here.
I'm compelled to agree.
Yes, you are. Press pause. Ah! Reminds me of button mashing Morgana.
Here goes.
That's still not far enough to be able to shoot the claymore. See if
Affirmative.
You up there without them spotting you. That they spotted. Well, that's a bummer. Oh, that
They've
is
got me in the sights.
good. Please do not slash that. This is not good. Not good at all. No, not her. Her. Dang it, can't get around.
Surely there's a more difficult task available?
Oh, hush up, you.
Wonderful!
That's the percentage since they were so much fun. We got to call you stupid so many times. I think the word lost the meaning. To an extent. But yeah, those were fun. Just move up a smidge.
Who knows how long they've been keeping these storage units running down here.
Oh dear. That ain't good.
I'm being pinned down. Taking rounds.
I put it there, might as well use it.
I'm just about dry on ammo.
Let's go ahead and start shredding some of that armor. Wait, which? That's fine.
You feel that?
Yeah, some 50 DMG would be much appreciated right now.
Give me the medium caliber rounds.
I missed the percentage from and the Mass Effect. I missed that on NLP. Loving Battletoads. Oh, that was a great joke.
Physical exertion out point.
Oh yeah, forgot about you. Should have sent in Hanzo first.
Yes, waste your efforts on the robot.
Save me from having to say it. Get a good shot in there. And merge with the cactus. If you can take out the sectopod, I don't gotta worry.
Okay, mate.
Finish him. Dang, you're still kicking, huh? Alright, finish him off.
Shall I take this one?
Yes. Incoming.
Woo, that was close, because she's,
Pinned down.
she's a little rough for wear. Heal her up. Man and cactus become one. As it was always meant to be. 7 points healed, not too shabby. And the only way to kill you, robot punch. How did you
Recalculating trajectories.
Yeah, clearly, because you can't punch accurately, apparently. You confuse me.
New mag.
We need to go now.
Go. What? Why do they keep grazing on you?
For you.
How slippery are you?
Reloading.
This better not graze. There we go.
Textbook kill.
You didn't kill a textbook? What are you talking about? Go ahead and start coming down because we're going to have to evac in a second.
That's right. Wonderful.
Menace 1-5, status confirmed. X4 charges are armed. Move to the extraction point for immediate evac.
I gotta place the extraction point. We'll put it right here. Alright, now let's move.
Menace 1-5, be advised, we've picked up hostile reinforcements inbound on your position.
I'm on my way
Fine,
now.
I'll kill them too, I don't mind. I didn't probably I will return Raven Lark. Alright, take care of them demons.
We're not here to see the sights.
We could be, you know.
On the way.
I hope you can keep up.
It can be tiresome, but really, it's divine. Divinely tiresome.
I thought it would be a sliding door, but I guess not.
Do you need supporting fire?
Yes, I do. Alright, let's see which knuckleheads drop. Looked like one of them was... Oh, it's a priest. I thought it would have been a shield bearer. Welcome to my
This
home,
is
said the spider to the
bad,
fly.
isn't it? Aye, my.
Yep, say your prayers. Because you're about to die. Or you'll miss. There we go, right in the ass.
Focus.
Let's have a go, you mug.
Oh dear, this might explode. How did you miss? I mean, I guess it didn't explode, but still, it's kind of a... They're gonna keep
Menace
coming.
1-5, be advised, we've picked up hostile reinforcements inbound on your position.
Alright, fun's over. I was hoping we could kill them, but if they're just gonna keep coming,
we got some recognition.
we gotta get out of here.
Stomp, stomp, stomp. Was it everything you'd hoped?
Well. Lightning hands. Just so you don't think I don't care.
Really? That woman wielded fear like a cleaver. Or did she wield a cleaver and make people afraid?
And the curtain falls.
Is that so? Oh, what a relief.
Alright, Chesty is safe. And John,
Copy that, Commander.
come on home.
Done. Going up.
Menace 1-5, status confirmed. X4 charges.
Those three probably died in the explosion. Oh no, apparently they lived. Who would have thought? Good work, ladies and gents. Good work.
All Advent gene therapy clinics will be closed tomorrow for equipment upgrades. Initial reports that the suspension of services were the result of dissident activity have been dismissed as radical propaganda.
Sure. Too bad we got receipts.
I'm always pleased when the troops return without any reported casualties. I can't hope for a better outcome.
Alright, Wrecking Ball. Whenever Jarvis Action can move through Intimidate. When targeted by an attack, the enemy has a chance to panic. Yeah, I want that. I want them to look at my war machines and start shitting bricks. Demolition or suppression. Marines like destroying stuff. That should be obvious. They're not their suppression is killing the enemy. Alright. Good.
Commander, having successfully recovered one of Dr. Valen's genetically modified test subjects, I am eager to begin conducting an autopsy as soon as possible. It is my hope that by following her own research notes, I will gain an even greater understanding of just how she managed to accomplish these rapid changes.
Your team did a commendable job in destroying the aliens' facility, Commander. Their efforts towards the Avatar project will undoubtedly be set back by your incursion.
Fear of panic. So the only thing she's afraid of is fear itself. Alright, well... I guess I'll fix someone's problem? I guess since she's recovering, I can't fix her just yet. Grenades and ammo.
Avenger flying new course.
some experimental stuff going on in Peru. Alright, let's review the targets. Supplies, not bad. Increased detection of radii of all enemy. That's not good, but I can live with it. Intel, lost swarm on any mission. Not good, but I can live with it. New Chile, get a grenadier out of it, and signal jamming. Scanning times are greatly increased. I do not want that one. Okay, let's see. Operation Dismissal God. Codex, Heavy Mechs, Elite Purifiers, Elite Officer, Elite Shield Bearer, Archon, and Viper. Alright. Let's go.
Setting course for the Chilean Controlled District.
Alright, good, good. Hold off on sending you in there, Mr. President. Let's see. I should not have put her in the negative trait recovery just yet. Oh dear. Let's see, who do I need? Could use a sniper. Oh, never mind, he's tired. Teddy. And you two are buddies, so it only makes sense to have you on this one. Alright. With Black Widow, I don't need... Actually, no. I'll save Black Widow. I'm going to keep Shaka since they're... work well with you. Take you off for now, and we'll bring you instead. Let's see, faction Falcon rounds. That'll be fun. Give me them tracer rounds. Gonna be extra tactical. Marines and Army don't need suppressors, they have E-tools and MRD spoons. Alright, boys. Go have fun.
Sky Ranger deployed.
Menace, ready to deploy.
Let's see where they send us this time. We know we're going to Chile or Argentina.
We're seeking every possible outlet to gain information on the aliens' latest project. And in this case, that means infiltrating one of their facilities to access an exposed terminal connected to their network. Hostile forces will be in position to defend the site, so we'll have to neutralize any threats to lock down the area. Recover whatever you can. We need that data if we're going to stop their progress.
If you need something blown up, pregnant, or shot, call the Marines. That's pretty much it. They're good at those things.
Menace 1-5, this is Avenger. The access point we're after is just ahead. Move to secure the area. Expect hostile resistance.
All right, old Teddy. want you to get up one, see what you can see.
Faster! Easy!
Oof. Got quite a few bogeys that way. Get into cover.
Everyone, with me!
That's quite the sizable squad. Maybe they're learning.
Quick!
Mr. Romanov, please move up.
We are servants of the God Emperor.
Go, go, go!
Move up just a bit more. The Marine can't do that thing they call the big brother of the army to come give them more freedom fries and provide support with big-ass howitzers, mortars, and tanks. Because freedom is more fun with friends. Oh, if only I could teleport over there. And they're lined up perfectly for a null lance. Like, look at this nonsense if I was on the other... Oh, if they're on the other side, I could, like, zap fry them. But alas, no, we can't. Maybe I can get them to squirm a bit, though.
Daughters of the Emperor, march! Throw the grenade!
Let's give them something to think about.
Have no pity.
Oh, that wasn't bad. Trust me. First, let's spook you. Now, let's kill you. Oh, totally grazed on that one. Let's try and weaken you up. Hit him this time. You missed him by a country mile. What were you thinking? Just go cut him up, please.
Shall I take this one? Well, on to the next triumph.
Thank you. Actually, I might be able to get to use no lance after all. Move up here, please.
Come on.
Now.
At least we're having fun.
I know I have. Oh, that's delicious.
It's kind of poetic.
It is, isn't it? And now, that's a 100% chance. I'm counting on you now. Robot on robot violence. I've been begging for this. Do not miss this. That's my boy.
An efficient kill.
In the move. Love it. Punches him in the face. Efficiency at its best. Let's see. If you could get up one, that'd be something, because I could be a shoot. But I can't, so I'm not going to.
Right. I'm ready when you are.
Oh. Oh, look who's here!
Heretics, come forth.
You're a heretic, you can come in forth. You can summon stun lancers. Increases the will. Decreases, let's see. Easy to target from high ground. And takes damage from the Templars. And of course I don't have my Templar with me.
See the face of your ruin.
Well, you gotta get over here first, pal.
We just picked up a unique signature. One of the Chosen is here. That thing is only going to make trouble for us until we deal with it.
The consequence of letting you live. But one thing you have forgotten. He does not need a weapon to hurt you.
Hysterical!
Now.
Suddenly everything's so clear!
Oh, couldn't handle the sauce, could you?
Use power and turn it against their very forces is the greatest of affronts.
That's like your opinion, man. And I respect, you know, actually, no, I'm not going to lie, I don't respect it. I don't respect you.
On away.
Father really outdid himself, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Now, let's see, can you? Fine, I'll hack it.
Hacking? I suppose some things never change.
What are my odds? 33%. Oh, I know that's a definite fail.
I'll monitor that area.
Come on. No shame in running.
Oh, shoot. That's a problem. Yeah, I'm not gonna get on you too hard for that one. Well, if I know we'll kill those guys faster. Hey, Lark. Hi, Lark. This is a Batarian sympathizer that agrees with all of their views. They die immediately. Kill them at once. Alright, let's see. How far? Actually, I think I know a move that might help. First, move up there.
All right, I'm going.
Now.
Lend me a hand.
Let's give you a shot, buddy. Hit him. Let's see how you like gravity. Ooh, the ragdoll. Oh, he's still alive. With 1 health remaining. Aliens alive in my galaxy? Hans, it's a Flammenwerfer. Well, that was a thing.
The weakness of these minions only furthers the need for my presence here. My power will wash over the battlefield.
Okay.
Honey, I'm home.
You might like it.
Let me go ahead and kill you.
There's more where that came from.
I'll comply for now.
Are you kidding me? You kidding me with this? It's just you could shoot a rocket through the It drives me crazy sometimes. Teddy, go ahead and take that out, please.
Maybe you'll get one of them posthumous medals.
You should feel proud in having died for the glory of the Elders.
I don't think that was a thing, per se.
We shall deliver.
They're just in a great position right now, which is very much unfortunate.
Take it!
Shield is now gone. And this still ain't gonna kill him. There we go.
Efficiency is my specialty.
For the newbies that come in.
Unyielding.
Yeah.
Leave it to me.
Let's see these reinforcements. Oh yeah, priest.
Now, let us
We are
strike!
surrounded!
Alright, we did some good damage there.
I'm their target now.
Alright, it failed. But whatever.
Are you ready to be redeemed?
All right, all right.
Ah, I love Psi operatives.
Your continued defiance of the Elders will only strengthen my resolve.
Sure. That's great, buddy. Whatever helps you sleep at night. Try and take that one out. Hey, welcome back, Doom Slayer.
The experience
All
gained in
according
battle.
to plan.
It will be
Strike
fuel for
down one of the Elder's priests. You will suffer immeasurably.
Commander, we have confirmation of the exposed access point.
Because you talk a big game there, buddy. I don't see you actually doing something about it, though. Just something I've
Burning
noticed.
fervor guides us.
Yeah, go ahead and shred that for me, sweetie. Yeah, you didn't need cover anyway. I need you moving up, because I need you to hack.
All right. Let's do this again.
Sensors indicate armor deflection.
Fight for the glory of the Elders.
Nice try, buddy.
Ow!
Victory is ours.
Hey, you know, the Elders people are kind of getting slaughtered over here.
Entirely locked down. We're running out of time. Get to that terminal.
Your forces will perish, and you will return to the Elders, Commander.
Again, you actually have to do something to kind of back that up. Because thus far, you have done nothing to show me that. Because, observe.
They're as weak as ever.
For every fallen child of the Elders, humanity will repay a tummy in flesh. So many of your soldiers lost. Yet finally, one of the chosen has fallen. Are you prepared now to face another?
We've got the chosen in our sights. It's time to take them out.
Yeah.
I need you moving out that way.
Come on!
Not you. Guess I'll move you up.
Here I come.
We walk in his light.
No worries.
Next turn, he should be able to hack it. Alright.
Sisters, march!
The Elders will spare no friend or foe.
Oh, one stun lancer. I'm horrified, I tell you. Did you just almost hit your boss in the nads? Wow, you really helped him out there, champ.
Let us open the gates.
Oh, that's not good. We gotta revive her quick.
We've got a soldier down. Get to him before the chosen do.
You're not kidnapping anybody today.
All right.
One moment, please.
Oh, I thought it was... Oh, okay, well, that's fine. We can still hack it. Go big or go home for this one. We wouldn't have got it either. But we got the story intel we needed.
Trivial at best.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
We've confirmed successful acquisition of the Advent files. Eliminate any remaining hostiles in the area.
Right!
See how you like this one, bud.
Shall I take this one?
Hey, look, you brought him here, you teleported him, and not only did I kill him, I'm taking his stuff, too. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Can always use another auto-loader.
There will be a reckoning for all of your offenses against the Elders, Commander. It would be an elegant weapon, were it wielded with grace.
We know our place.
Kaboom! Gotta love John, normal guy, got a whole cutscene. It's gas operated, semi bullpup finish.
Basic.
Love to fire that bad boy. As my Helldive fire team says on every retrieve intel mission, says steal their feet. What? Well, that's different. Let's move up.
I feel light on my feet.
Come on, feed me more minions. Oh, mind control.
Now your hosts will turn against you. They will die.
You just have been having a bad day, buddy.
Beyond time itself.
Just nothing you have done has worked. That has gotta suck. Wow. Are you just comprised of suck? What is wrong with you? Now let's get rid of your cover again. Oh, for real? I can't throw one through the window? Oh, I can, but it just goes out there. Whatever.
As you wish.
Have you grown so desperate as to require machines to do your bidding, Commander?
You can talk smack when you're actually winning. Because, observe, heretic.
Ooh! Looks like someone wants to see a magic trick.
Get franked. Oh, that's delicious.
You have shamed me once again in the eyes of my masters. But I trust in their vision. If you were weak, I would never have been called here.
Status
the cameras
confirmed.
are off. The cameras are on and
And
rolling.
the area is secure. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished. We've proven the Chosen can be hurt. Now we just have to work on putting them down for good.
Oh yeah, we're taking a photo after. This was a flawless mission! Mr. Warlock comes out, talks shit, fails every conceivable way. He didn't even scratch my boys. Heck yes, we're taking a photo. What are you doing lying on the ground? Don't pretend like you got hurt. No one got, or did you shoot him? Alright, first of all, we're gonna go for more of a wedge. Oh, I thought you were... Tell you, I don't know what you're... I don't know what you're doing over there. Anyway. No, yeah, wedge is fine. Edit soldiers. Troy Hanzo, thumbs up. Is there any... I want to be laughing at them? Smug. Yes. All of you need to be smug. Or cocky. No, it's all just going to be a bunch of smug. Clenched fist. No, Shaka. We're smug. Next. Alright, lay out propaganda. Text.
Propaganda never looked so pretty.
Did they all die? Yeah, all of the enemy died. They all... And my boys were untouched. Shows the elders will torture for eternal. Gonna stop you right there. I teach middle school the majority of 365 days a year. Here is torture to me. You got nothing on TikTok and Fortnite, kids. Ain't that the truth? If I wasn't this scared of the world, I would have died in a way so horrific when they chicks like, whoa, take it easy. You had a family. Yeah, I know. They're next. Yeah, we're gonna be. I'm gonna be spamming this picture as I want this picture on every major city Advent owns, because I want him to know I am not coming for him yet, because he is not a priority yet, because of how hard I clowned on him.
Today is a minor footnote in history, a small bump on the path of salvation the elders have set forth for us.
Good work, gentlemen. Good work. That was a flawless mission. We're all gonna look back on this one and smile.
The elders chosen are incredibly resilient. Despite
Are
our
you
victory
sure
over
that's
them
the
today,
performance
we
you
still
saw?
have much to learn
That's resilience.
if we wish to destroy them permanently.
His whole strat was sit in the back, throw things at my way, hope that solved the problem. When none of it did, he tried to mind control one of my units and failed. There is no recovering from that. I feel like you would be big in the quick draw.
Another impressive effort, Commander. My expectations were high, and yet you have exceeded them.
Hello? Well, hello? I'm gonna have to find a thing for you. Ah, I love this. Alright. Oh, hold on. Almost.
Psionic energy flows throughout our world.
And
by mastering its forces, the Templars are able to reach beyond what any human once thought possible. When the Elders are truly banished from the Earth, we will be the masters of the power they have left behind.
That's great, buddy. I'm proud of you. Oh, he's already a colonel? Dang. Always nice to have another colonel. Let's see, he's a Swede, so... Let me do that. I need to check what dynasty Charles the Great was from. House of Palinate. Swaybrook. I'm just going with the last one. Because that sounds cooler. Voice.
Zippity fuckity doodah!
No.
Yeah, whatever. You know how much I hate traveling by foot. I have far too much money to be expected to do it myself.
Rubia, maybe?
Could use a portal about now.
Okay. Yeah, I'm jazzed.
Yo, Nick. Need I say more? All right, there we go. Considering I was, I'm gonna go ahead and get lucky. Let's see if we can get a lighter blue for my Swedish boy. There we go. Alright, not bad, not bad. Let's see, let me look at this picture. Tech mask. Face ain't too far off. Let's see. Considering he got domed in real life, we may want to give him a helmet. Alright, there we go. Superior bond available. Get those two traded. Interesting. All right. Done pretty good there. All right. Well, we're doing pretty good there. However, I think that's probably going to have to be where we
Your
call it.
forces fought admirably today, Commander.
Really, Warlock?
And yet, their efforts have done little to slow the advance of the Elders' vision for the future.
Cope and seethe, my dude. Cope and seethe. But yeah. Favorite metal band? It's actually Sabaton. It's pretty much my favorite. I also am a big fan of Powerwolf as well, if you can't, figure out my sort of taste in music. But yeah, we did very well. We have clowned on the Warlock more than, I ever thought possible. It's hilarious we've gotten this far. And next time, we're going to have plasma weapons. We're actually going to go in and put the dang guy out of his misery. But that'll probably be for next week. Until that time, I shall